Well, this is how it went down last night.
Down to one play, 5 seconds to go. Lamar trying to make magic happen. Throw it end zone. Likely 2 feet down. Yes! Touchdown! What a play! Going for 2 and the win are the Ravens on opening night.
The runner's toe hit out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. The game is over. Kansas City has won.
27-20. The Chiefs win on opening night by a toe.
It was a good game.
By a toe.
By a toe. And who knows, might have lost.
Yeah.
If he would have been in bounds, because you never know on the 2-point play. I figure Lamar keeps it on the 2-point play and we lose. That's kind of what I saw.
Because that's what it looked like. They were like, hey, we're not.
Oh, yeah, they were going to go for 2. Immediately, Harbaugh is saying, we're going for 2.
Yep.
2. They were going to try to win it on the road, and don't necessarily blame them.
Don't either. First game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to have to play a whole other overtime.
Let's not do that. Let's not get into this.
And you're on the road.
And you're on the road, yeah. The new kickoff rule. I got to go to that.
Uh-huh.
That was so stupid. I watched 0 preseason football this year, and I just
So
heard,
this is your first time seeing it?
I mean, I'd seen a video of it.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Let's just put the ball at, just put the ball at the 30 or whatever.
Well, they thought it was going to create more run backs.
It's not. Nobody's even up there trying to receive it. Most of them are kind of standing at the edge of the end zone, right?
Well, that's because they have to land it between the 20 and
I do understand that.
the goal line.
But they're
Most
not,
of them are just going to kick it off and take the extra 10 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to kick it. They're so good. The kickers are so good. And those are 2 very good kickers, by the way. We should preface that.
Not all will actually make it.
I'm curious to see how it goes, but last night it was like, this isn't any better.
No.
And
It's doing what they wanted.
Safer.
It's safer
Maybe more
because
returns.
we're not running and your speed is not all the way up by the time you hit each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was their goal. But it looks dumb.
It's dumb. It is dumb. I don't like it. Might go watch some high school football tonight just to see a proper kickoff.
And the fact that they're basically saying at this point, if you want to do an onside kick, you have to announce beforehand, so it ruins all. There's so many games, not a lot, but there are games where a surprise onside kick
turned
the game around or created it where that team won.
Yeah. Throughout history?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Without that,
been some pretty big ones.
They probably wouldn't have won.
I think the Saints did it in the Super Bowl. Can't do that anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that. Good game otherwise.
Yes.
Hate the new kickoffs. Hate them. It's awful. Awful. Do better, NFL. That sucks.
You want to go back to the original?
Yeah, I think so. I would, but
they won't.
I know. I'm not the guys returning it either, so I I wouldn't want to if I were the guys returning the kick. But yeah, I know they won't. I don't like it. I know it's change. We'll get used to it. Right now, after one game of it, I hate it.
Oh, the first time I saw it, I said the same thing. Yeah. And still looking at it, I still don't like it.
Nah. We'll get used to it eventually.
We'll get used to it, but we won't like it.
It's like the extra points being at the third. That didn't really bother me.
What's that?
The extra points being moved back.
Yeah, that you don't notice it.
That now you don't notice it. I think we'll eventually.
You don't notice it because you're still lined up the same.
Yeah.
Now we're lined up really weird. We have a kicker 30 yards behind everybody else way up here. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It looks like some kind of drunken thing that we would make up. Hey, guess what? We'll put a guy back here.
Yeah.
And you guys get up really close, and then they'll kick it over your head.
Just takes away some of the fun things that we watched for, big hits and stuff like that. That's gone there.
But everybody talking about it was a great game. Great way to kick off the NFL season. The Chiefs victorious. Got another game tonight, but you have to have the cock to watch it.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's only on the cock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I won't watch that one.
So if you don't subscribe, you can't watch the NFL tonight.
In Brazil.
In Brazil.
Why?
I don't know.
Who knows? My wife asked me last
It's called
night,
money.
why are they playing in Brazil? And I told her my
Money.
response was global domination. That's what they want.
Which means
Global
money.
domination.
But I like yours. It's the pinky in the brain.
Yeah. We're here
Gonna
to
take over the world. That's the NFL. Good morning. Happy Friday. Getting ready for a big weekend. Weekends. Do you have big weekend plans?
Birthday party, dude.
Birthday party, that's right.
Yep. Outside of that, not really. Birthday party. Probably
I'm going to go hang out with Paul Stanley.
Yep. I know. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hang out with Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I'm going to
You'll meet him. Yeah.
I'll hang out with him, but not hang out with him.
You don't think you get a 6-hour hang in?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's happening at all.
You guys going to become boys and
No.
go to the bar together.
No.
Do you know where it is?
We could talk art.
Inside.
He's an artist. He paints.
Oh, yeah, you paint.
Yeah,
paint.
but not like he paints.
Well,
He
doesn't
actually
know that.
paints.
Tell him, yeah, I've got a few that have made it into some offices, some local offices. You don't have to tell him it's your own office.
My own office. They're still on the floor after 2 years. I still haven't hung them.
Got a couple paintings made it into some local offices.
They're not hung up, but there you go. It's true.
It's all in the way you phrase it.
I'm not lying.
You're not a liar.
I would not be lying.
No. All in the way you phrase things.
Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, yeah.
Any tips?
What'd you do? Did you watch Bob Ross or what did you?
Is Bob Ross your inspiration? I should ask him that.
Yeah.
Thought about it as what's your go-to meal? What's the one thing that if you had to eat every day?
We're talking restaurant here, so
Yeah.
that's good.
What's your go-to?
What kind of food is it?
Rock and roll.
That's broad.
Rock and brew.
Rock and brew. Probably a lot of burgers and
Yeah, I think it's
stuff
kind of
like that.
yeah. But
Bar
there's a lot of bar type American.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some
It'll
There's-
have some sort of specialty or
there's
something.
there's some other stuff in there where they kick it up.
Yeah.
They kick it up a notch.
Cool.
It
I'm
looks-
intrigued to see it, and it'll be cool to have like another cool option like that.
Yeah.
I have to go check it out. Yes, I will not be partying with Kiss. I will be at
Partying
a
with 7-year-olds.
at a jungle gym type thing.
Ah,
Or tubes, you know what I mean. I don't know what you call that. Play area.
a jungle gem of tubes.
I don't know what you call those. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
like the tubes they crawl around in and stuff and whatnot. Like the old play places at fast food restaurants, except on a massive scale.
Okay,
So
that sounds fun.
yeah, I mean they'll love
Are you
it.
getting in?
No, God, no. Anytime I went to the City Museum with him last year.
Mhm.
My knees hurt
Which-
so bad
Oh yeah,
after doing that. I climbed around with them.
it's a cool place. But
It's awesome.
man.
Man, I
It's-
barely fit.
I feel like you should work out before you go.
Ooh, dude, my knees. It really didn't like hurt my muscles or anything. It's just crawling.
So you need knee
You
pads.
probably need knee pads. It would be better for sure. It almost killed me. I was so done with that after we got finished.
gets the first pick is going to win.
Yeah, I think so too. That's okay.
All right. Pans.
I'm going to look some more up because there's probably more out there. I found the exact thing.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah. The other thing is, like, some of them are. I found other lists that are after losing a member, but there's a lot more on that list.
Yeah, I think still going after.
Got to do the lead singer.
Singer. Four minutes.
Okay. God, now that's a whole other rabbit hole. Bands that never had a lineup change.
Ooh.
Now, that's a little
Yeah.
tougher. I mean, but they're out there. You just don't know.
Never is.
Yeah.
Pretty.
You don't know a lot of them. That's the deal. I just found something that was like, here's some bands that never had a lineup. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. And some of them, man, have been doing it a long time without one. It's cool. Oh, that doesn't count. There's only two of them. The White Stripes doesn't count for never have a lineup change.
They've changed.
Says this.
Well, I guess you're right. I guess Jack went off and did his own
Jack
thing.
did his own.
But as White Stripes, they've never.
As White Stripes, they never replaced anybody.
Right. I like that.
That doesn't count. It's two of them. That's the deal. Like, that doesn't factor breaking up, I think, and not really doing things. They've never changed it. Trying to find something else.
Well, yesterday we found out Linkin Park has got a new singer.
Mm-hmm.
They released a new single called The Emptiness Machine. Her name is Emily Armstrong.
Okay.
She was formerly of Dead Sarah, which I've always been a big fan of. If you are going to try to have somebody else sing the parts of Chester, I think from a different perspective, but still have the gravelly voice and everything of the screams, I think they picked the perfect person. Emily, I think, does a great job. Here is a little taste of the new single. And here's a little bit of the growl I was talking about.
That's Chester-like.
It is very Chester-like. As I said, I've always been a big fan of her original band, Dead Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't listened to their stuff, go listen to it. It's really cool. So I think it's a good fit, and it got us thinking about our Mount Rushmore of bands that have continued after the lead singer has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Not many of them do that very successfully.
Not a lot.
Some of them do it, though, and it works,
Mm-hmm.
and have done it. So we are going to do a Mount Rushmore of bands. Can't use Linkin Park because it's more the
It
inspiration
hasn't
of
really
this.
happened yet.
They did do like a video, like a live performance with several of their original songs, and she does a great job. After hearing it, I was like, okay, miss hearing Chester sing those.
Mm-hmm.
There were several times I thought about that as watching it last night. But I think overall, I think it'll be fun to watch.
We'll see. I'm intrigued to see that as well. But today, for today's purposes, Mount Rushmore, lead singers pass. The band goes on with somebody else.
Yes.
We'll do that.
We'll do a Mount Rushmore. I think the first pick is key here.
Yeah, I think so too. Here we go. Coin flip.
Heads.
It is a tails.
Bummer.
Well, I think we all know where we're going here. I take AC/DC number 1. AC/DC is the one, I think, and we all agree, did it with the most success
Yes.
after the fact, right?
Yeah.
As many more
easily.
more hits, I guess.
Probably
after-
more hits.
and done it well to where it matched really well. How about that? A lot of people probably
There was a lot of people I know
didn't know
that didn't
at one
that,
time.
that were just getting into rock or
Yeah.
something, and
just didn't know.
they don't know that some of those the 70s stuff.
The coin flip was everything in this one. Come on, let's be real. All right.
You get AC/DC. That's a big one. That's
Sure.
Everybody would take AC/DC
I think
number
so.
1, I think, on the Mount Rushmore. So now it's going to be the key of who fills in the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the back end will be just as strong or stronger.
Could be.
All right. With my number 1 pick, I'm going to pick Leonard Skinnard.
Yeah.
Rodney Van Zant, one of the 3 members who passed away in that tragic plane crash in 1977. They did go silent till 1987, and that's when Ronnie's brother, Johnny, jumped in and has been doing it ever since. And I think he does a great job.
He
and
does
it
do a good
sounds
job.
a lot like Ronnie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they've had, at least live performance
Yes.
wise, they've had just as much success.
They've toured, well, more with him than Ronnie, I mean, just because of over the years and everything. So, and it is good. I've seen it. We've seen it. It's good. With my number 2, I've not seen this one with the reincarnation, but I know people that talk it up a lot. I'll take Queen at number 2.
Queen at number 2.
They've done this with a few iterations. Most recently, Adam Lambert. Now, I've seen it, on TV and things like that. And it's like, well, you can't replace Freddie.
And
But
they
does
did
a
it.
good job filling in for Freddie.
They did it twice. They did it with Paul Rogers of Bad Company fame.
Mm-hmm.
He did an okay job.
Yeah.
Adam Lambert, though, is almost like a reincarnated.
He's like Freddie.
He's a more flamboyant Freddie.
That's it, man. He has the stage thing going, and he does a good job with it. So I'll take Queen.
All right. My second pick, I'm going with Alice in Chains because they've had a great run with William Duvall, who joined them in 2005. I think if you go back and listen to, what is it, When Dinosaurs?
It's The Devil Gave Us Dinosaurs.
Devil Davis got Dinosaurs, and the album prior to that, which I can't remember right off the top of my head. Those 2 albums, amazing albums. And I've always been a huge Alice in Chains fan, so replacing Lane and continuing, it was a very high bar for me.
Yeah.
You better really knock it out of the, and they did.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job with those, so I'm going to take Alice in Chains with number 2.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting into where it's a little more difficult, I'd say. I'd say those were the top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I'm going to take Sublime. The only band to slightly alter the name on my list, at least. Every other band went by the exact same name. Sublime says, nah, we're going to still say we're Sublime with Rome.
Yes.
And that's how they build themselves. Not trying to pull the wool over. Not that any of the other bands are either, but they're just making the clear distinction.
And they did tour, I believe it's last year.
They've been
with
playing.
Noel's son, Jacob, by the way.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
He's fronting the band.
Okay.
It's not quite the same, but
okay.
still good.
I'll go Sublime.
All right, with my second pick, I'm going Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going with Pink Floyd is Syd Barrett, the original. Actually, he was the front man. He did vocals for Pink Floyd. Went into... I think he took too much LSD is really what happened.
Uh-huh.
He became a hermit.
But did he die?
And then he died.
Okay.
And then they just kept going
Mm-hmm.
as Pink Floyd without him as a member.
Right.
And he wrote a lot of the original stuff.
Okay. Did he sing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the vocalist
All right.
on them. So I'm going Pink Floyd.
All right.
He's looking at me like, that's not fair.
I don't care. It's fine.
But he was the original guy, Syd Barrett.
Okay.
All the original stuff was written and sung by him, kind of, and he went nuts.
And he went nuts.
He went nuts. He took too much drugs. It fried his brain. He became very paranoid, wouldn't leave his place.
Yeah.
Everybody was very worried about him, and eventually he did pass.
Yeah.
Tragically.
I'll wrap it up here. Pick number 4 with Stone Temple Pilots then. Although I will say it's not the same. Very glad I got to see it in the original iteration.
It's still good.
Still good.
It's still fun to watch, but it's definitely not the same without Scott.
Nah. But,
Okay.
I mean,
that's
there's only so many Scott Weilands in this world. So, there it is. I'll take STP.
All right, there's 2 in mine that I could have went with here that I was thinking about. I'm going to go with one that recently has happened, and I'm going to go with Static X.
Okay.
Static X has got a new guy, puts on a mask,
Uh-huh.
and does the whole thing.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are all original. It's just the singer,
Just
of course,
the
who
singer.
had passed, and
Yeah.
they got another guy.
Mhm.
And it actually sounds, and they pull it off for a little live performance and
Yeah.
some stuff. I think it's kind of cool. So I'm putting Static X on there.
All right. It's a tough list to make here. And there was one probably clear-cut winner. But in the Mount Rushmore of bands who have replaced the dead lead singer, I took AC/DC, Queen, Sublime, and Stone Temple Pilots.
I went with Leonard Skinner, Alice in Chains, Pink Floyd, and Static X.
So you can tell us who has the best Mount Rushmore of that grouping, and tell us your own. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore as well? Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show on Facebook.
That's good, Tony.
That's very good.
That is good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Sid was like he was influenced writing and doing a bunch of stuff in the beginning. Early on. Because I think they were even talking about how to, we got to be able to try to continue this. How do we do this without
Did
Sid?
they have had they hit
Kind of.
big before?
I think they kind of had at that point. They were starting because they had an album. Because a lot of that stuff, like the very first album they did,
Mhm.
was a lot of his stuff.
Okay.
And they had to redo stuff, but then you got, and then Roger Waters and David Gilmour, and they decided, well, we just got to keep this going.
Right.
Sid lost his brain
Well, that happens.
and couldn't find his way back.
It happens.
Right. Find that. AC/DC is definitely the number 1 choice.
Yeah, that one's pretty tough to dispute.
All right, I need. Boom. if I do this, I become a founding club member.
Oh,
This is actually, I take that back. I get to go in before it's open to the general public.
oh, okay.
So I get to go before they actually open the doors to the general
Well,
public.
that's pretty cool then.
I'd love to go.
Do it.
I'm going to drive to Denver to eat at a restaurant.
I need to talk to you about some other things.
Okay.
Yeah, yes and no. You're going to become a founding member of Casa Bonita. That's a cool thing.
No future invitations will ever be extended.
Steal a cue for a second.
Yep.
Green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and ham. I get a 10% discount on El Merchado.
El Merchado.
I get priority access for reservations and events.
Okay, that's cool.
And I got a member's card.
See, that's everything right there. You get a card,
Yeah, with the
photo ID. You can
Hold on.
show for a proof of, at the DMV. Need
right.
another form of photo ID? Here's my Casa Bonita card.
You're ready to... Oh, I don't know how to find my card now. Yeah, well, there's what it... Can't see my number.
Oh, I wouldn't remember it, but yeah, you want to keep it
Yeah,
covered.
you're not going to remember all that. But that's what it...
1974. Let me see. That's all I was looking at was the number now. That's cool. That's funny.
And then it's got your
It
name
looks
on
like-
it.
yeah.
It's all gold. It's fancy.
Huh?
And it says founding club member.
That's cool.
Oh, shit. I want to go so bad.
We could do
So-
live breaks from, because you would be there in the morning. 9 over there, though, is 11, or is 10 us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can record some.
Well, I'd be there early.
True. Live from the all new Casa Bonita.
That's crazy. So I guess you do get in. It's a chance to go before the general public can.
That's how you want to do it anyway. It's still be crazy busy because there'll be a bunch of people
Yes.
like you, but it's actually you'd be able to get in once it's
I don't
opens
know
to
when
general public.
I don't know what the date officially opens is either. That's the other thing.
I was just looking it up. Close it down. I don't know when it is either. But all the stories were like, "Hey, it's coming."
It is coming because that's the. Well, I know they've dumped so much money into it. They said they've lost. I forgot how many millions of dollars.
They're gonna have to sell a lot of
refurbishing all this stuff.
They'll probably sell a lot of stuff, and you know
It'll take a while to make it back.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a little more long term.
But that's crazy because that was his lifelong dream, and then when it shut down, he was brokenhearted, and then he was like, "I want to open that thing back up. I want to buy that and open it back up."
And if you're those guys,
And you know what?
is it both of them or just one?
It's both of them, but one of them is the main guy.
Okay.
And what'd be really cool is since it's open before the public, there's a good chance they'll be there.
Oh, sure. I would think so on or other like celebrities or possibly or something like that.
I tried to catch up with you again, Rockland. And I wasn't there on Sunday, unfortunately. I think I ate some bad food.
I watched him eat a sandwich that was dripping.
Yeah, he witnessed it, so I think it was that sandwich.
If it may not have been that specific sandwich that done it, but that sandwich almost made somebody else in our booth throw up.
Oh, he did. Matter of fact, he was talking about it when we were talking about it here
I
the
saw
other
him,
day.
and he was like,
He almost got sick again.
We appreciate you listening, Tony. Thank you for the supporting.
Their grown-ups menu, 13 to 200.
Wait, dollars?
No, years old.
Oh, okay,
Grown-ups.
gotcha. Well, you got to cover any of those 100-year-olds that might come in, 112-year-olds that might come in.
Kids are 3 to 12. All reservations include Cliff Divers, the insanely mysterious Sororo.
I don't know.
Roaming characters, the mariachi band, the puppet show, the wishing well, the face painting, the Black Bart's cave, balloon artist, and much more.
It's funny how you could be. It's like, I just loved this place as a kid.
And that's the thing.
I'm going to buy it.
Hmm?
That's good for them.
Enchiladas, carnitas, tacos, the chicken mole.
Mole. It is not the chicken mole. White man. Nobody wants to eat a chicken mole.
Yeah, especially because, yeah.
I think mole. Isn't
Taco
mole the one that
salad.
has chocolate in it? I think that's mole. Which seems weird.
I got it last night late.
Okay.
I'm so excited, but then it's like, I don't think I can go to this. That's what Bobby's been laughing at me all morning.
I'm actually encouraging him to do it. I think you should because you're excited. I can tell you are like a kid.
I signed up for this probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Casa Bonita in Denver. The original Casa Bonita in Denver closed down a long time ago. It's got the cliff divers and puppet shows and all sorts of craziness. It's a meal, but it's all these shows with it.
Right.
There was the one in Tulsa for a while. It wasn't quite the same.
Right.
They had the look of Casa Bonita, but it wasn't the same.
Oh, I knew a lot of people that raved about that even.
And I've ate there. But this original one, the guys, creators of South Park, one of them specifically was like, that was my lifelong. I loved that place. I remembered as a child going.
Right.
And when it closed down, he was brokenhearted about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he decided, I'm going to buy that and refurbish it. And now they're like millions upon millions upon millions of dollars in.
Yeah.
There was a way you could sign up for it to get I thought it was just to get a reservation.
Yeah.
And my email came in last night.
Uh-huh.
I opened it up. Welcome to becoming a Casa Bonita Founders Club member.
Yeah.
Fill this information out. You will be given a card. You will get a discount. And you will be able to go to Casa Bonita before the general public gets allowed in.
Which is cool.
But I have to go September the 16th at 9 a.m.
Right. There's a little kick to it. It's Monday morning.
It's Monday morning, and it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's in Denver.
Well, beside that.
So I've been like, I want to go.
Yeah.
Because it's you'll be the first ones to eat at Casa Bonita as it opens up.
Yeah.
Before regular reservations are made. Plus, I get exclusive, I can get in. If I make a reservation, I get put ahead of, the commoners.
Ah, because you're a founding
I'm a founding member. I've got a card.
I have a membership here.
I have a card.
I'm a club member. May not be to the most exclusive country club golf course, but it could be to a
Casa
Mexican
Bonita
restaurant. I'm a club
owned by
member.
the South Park guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I say
I want to go so bad, but it's Monday. It's in just
well, it's a week.
week?
You got 10 days.
10 days.
It's the 6th. You've got 10 days.
10 days. Casa Bonita, Denver.
I say you take this show on the road. I can man the booth here, and we can do live from Casa Bonita.
I drive to Denver.
Do you think they would let us broadcast from inside Casa Bonita?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe.
You probably would have to reach out. Look, I'm a founding member. I'm bringing in this radio equipment. I don't know if that would cut it. They may.
Yeah. But I would be driving to Denver to eat at a Mexican restaurant at 9 a.m. and then driving back home.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand the logistics are a little weird.
Should I go? You can text 417-659-9797. Should I go? You guys can help.
Hey, you ought to have seen the joy on this guy's face when he was reading me this
You should have
email.
seen me last night. I was dancing.
Yeah. I didn't even know this was a thing that was coming. He was like, I got it.
I got it.
That's how he started this conversation. Okay, cool. What did you get? And then he just explodes all this Casa Bonita knowledge on me, and which I know very little about, but I know much more now.
Yeah, he looked at me very, kind of like, okay.
I didn't know a lot about
it.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was a thing in Tulsa. Really, that's kind of what I knew. Chris knows so much more, and he's excited about it. So
I am.
You do whatever you want to do.
All right. So I might be driving to Denver to eat a Mexican restaurant at 9 a.m.
That's a story in
the
itself.
16th. That's part of me. It's like, what'd you do? I drove to drive to this Mexican restaurant.
Sometimes I take a 10-hour drive, 11-hour drive to eat.
And then I come back.
Home.
That's what I do.
The most
That
interesting man in the world.
That is my life. I don't know. Should I go? Should I not? You can let me know.
417-659-9797. Text Chris and let him know, yes or no, on the going to Casa Bonita, becoming a founding member.
10 days from now, I might not be here.
Yeah.
Here is Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. The NFL season kicked off last night with the Chiefs beating the Ravens. Taylor Swift was present, and Swifties were upset because they kept cutting the football. Jelly Rolls says he was starstruck by Eminem. Not the rapper. He saw a single Eminem and couldn't stop drooling. Today is National Read a Book Day. Although I think a more helpful holiday would be National Read Your Disney Plus Terms and Conditions Day. And Roger Waters of Pink Floyd turns 81 today.
Hey you.
Now he sings,
Hey you. Kids up on my lawn. Wish you were gone. Don't make me come out there.
This is not headline news.
Very cool. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy. Have fun.
Bye.